start filming here. All right, this is Phil over here. He's the genius. I mean, he's the boy that's going to do this. And this is a Darren. He's got high hopes of making it work. And this is a Suzuki, and I forget the.
It's a Suzuki 500cc Vincent.
All right, I'm gonna let you have this microphone over here.
All right.
Because he can speak with Mike.
I don't even know Mike.
Mike went around for several years, and never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to try an idea.
All right.
Lettuce or cabbage, whatever. Let's fill this guy up full of brake fluid, right?
All right.
And what we're going to do is, instead of like bleeding the brakes, we're just going to crack the bleeders on each side. And then we'll work on something else. We'll let it see if it can't kind of gravity feed.
Let the air out.
Gravity bleed, yeah. Gravity bleed kind of this down while we're doing something else.
Let me go get the fluids. I hope I got enough brake fluid.
It shouldn't take too much. One of them.
Now we're talking, folks, about putting a winch. Now Darren didn't bring it. He brought the sack full of large container of brake fluid.
Darren brought a lot of other stuff.
But now what about you started to say something about these were made for winches?
Well, I think it was an option. I to be honest, I don't know exactly if they came with a winch or if it was like a factory option you could get them with a winch. But it has all the stuff to mount it. I mean, that's what all this stuff is for right here.
Oh, okay.
Is to mount a winch on the front of it. One of them, see, we bought 4 of these, I think. 4 of them. And one of them had a winch on the front of it. The very first one we did had a winch on the front. But I never could get it to work, so we just took it off. And I think I ended up throwing it away. But it probably needed rewound or, I mean, it was... I never could even get it to do anything.
This is a Harbor Freight winch that I bought. I don't know.
Perfect. That'll be perfect.
Still not sponsored, but willing to be.
Yeah. Is it the little one? The little Harbor Freight one?
I would think so.
About like this size?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be perfect. That's what I've got on my trailer, my sandrail trailer. And then you just pull it out, hook it,
Folks,
when the sandrail breaks. Not if the sandrail breaks.
Watch this.
When the sandrail breaks.
This subtle trick. Darren, Philip, would you be willing to come by next week possibly and help us put the winch on if he brought it?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
See, we don't want to get him committed on camera or cause him pressure. There was no pressure to that, folks.
Screwdriver.
It is not his screwdriver. You keep
It might be if I put it in my pocket.
Okay, this is what it looks like not running. But he's got it pretty close.
And here's something else. We could cut this mangled piece off of it. We can cut that off and then just weld a... Hey, this is low right here.
It still is. You think I've got enough?
Okay, folks, they think they may spill a lot of brake fluid, so they bought an extra large container.
When I thought about it, I wasn't thinking about,
Yeah. So all we got to do is just loosen the bleeders up. It's probably a 8 millimeter, would be my guess.
Folks, it's serious. He's going to his truck to get tools.
Get the tools.
All right, he went into the room where I keep all the tools I don't want everybody to borrow.
Yeah, I got that.
And he came up with it. Strangely, it's from Harbor Freight.
Hard to believe.
I know. Hey, Darren found his head.
Yeah, that's just going to be a constant thing that happens. I've given it up. I've given up on it.
Could I get you a rubber helmet along with the fork with the cork on it?
Why does he have a cork on it? Oh.
He doesn't stick it in his eye that way.
I like it because as soon as he said it, it's happening.
I see you've got the metric.
Yeah, the metric crescent on it. All right, so I got this one loose. Hey, I'll show you something. We probably, at some point, you need to get you a new boot.
Okay.
Because there's a CV joint in there, and if it gets dirt and like if you go through the mud and stuff and it gets packed in there, it'll eventually eat that joint up. But not the end of the world. I don't want to scare you.
Yeah.
But like if you do get it muddy, just wash it out real good, and it'll be all
It'll
right.
eventually kill itself.
Yeah.
You know?
that. So let's. Okay. So we'll just loosen these and keep an eye on the fluid up there and see what it does.
You think it really needs brakes?
Just stop.
You can put your feet down, just drag them.
Yeah, not for long.
Oh, we get him an anchor.
You know, when I built those go-karts, I just put a board that you pull back and it stuck the ground. There's always that thought, or Flintstone it.
Or just bail.
Did you see me drive that motorcycle that time? It was a motorcycle we got in the motorcycle store that I owned at one time. And the thing had no way to make the throttle work quite right. I don't know what it was, something weird about it. The cable was fine and everything, but it didn't work. So I said, I'm going to ride this thing. I took it out to Danny's where he had his cows.
Yeah.
And I got on it. I said, I'm going to ride it. And it's wide open. And I got on that thing and I kept making tighter and tighter circles. And finally I bailed on it and the thing kept going. And it went several blocks before it turned over. And of course, it was just a trash motorcycle that I was just playing with. But that shows that we do not have high intelligence.
Yes.
It was called, Who's Brave Enough to Get on This Stupid Motorcycle?
I mean, that's really not the way.
It was so junky a motorcycle, we didn't even bother tearing it down to see what's not wrong with it.
It's just like, oh, well. Bleed him.
But
You
folks,
got brakes? Does it feel?
No.
Just keep doing it. Just, yeah, carefully.
so that's my motorcycle story.
Okay, hold. All right.
That you wouldn't believe.
All right. Just keep pumping. Just like you'd bleed the brakes on your car, you know, that's what we're doing. Just try not to spill
But
it.
it was kid size, that motorcycle.
Kid friendly.
Not kid friendly.
It's kid friendly.
It was the most dangerous motorcycle I believe they ever made.
All right. We're getting lots of air. How's it look up there? Still got plenty of fluid in it?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. You got anything at all?
It was squirting back up here, but now he's going slower and it's not
Yeah.
now. It's coming back a little bit.
I'm feeling something out. Yeah.
All right, hold. Pull it all the way to you and hold. Yeah, there was a good amount of air came out that time. All right.
Folks are just so
Yeah.
insistent and want to stop the bike. I mean, you get it going. It's been the hardest part. A
It's-
four-wheeler's not moving most of the time, and
I
they
guess-
will stop it.
I guess we hadn't had a problem with it stopping here in the last month.
Hold.
And we explained that it got good gas mileage for 2 or 3 years
Yeah,
because it
what's
sat in
weird
its
is our
garage.
improvement of the motorcycles made it a lot less eco-friendly.
All right, I'm gonna bleed the other side. Can we turn the bars the other way? Okay. Same deal. Hold. Yeah, there's a bunch of air came out that time. All right, see what you got. Getting anything at all? I mean, does it still feel spongy? Okay.
Something like that there.
Let's keep going. We'll get the rest of the air out of it. All right. One more and then we'll hold. Okay.
With my new 8 millimeter wrench that he found millimeter, I can't even say the word.
M&M's.
That's
Yeah.
how American oriented he is. You can't even say millimeter.
I can say inch.
Well, I'll tell you why we're working on the brakes before we even got the engine running.
It sounds like a story.
I've learned over the years that everybody gets really excited about getting the motor running. And then the wall comes really
I
fast.
think it's really important to not run it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Is that why so many of your trees in your backyard have big dents in them?
Don't
Yep.
Trim them that way, see?
That's the way I like them.
That doesn't work either.
I bet it
You know what else
You
doesn't
know-
work? Don't put antifreeze in your windshield washer bottle, because I thought that would be ingenious.
Yeah,
Huh?
I see the idea of it.
When it's icy and snowy? Yeah, yeah. No. It makes a messy, oily mess.
You know, one of the test questions when I took my driver's
Oh.
class said, "Do you put mineral oil in your brake fluid?"
Really?
Yeah, that was one of the questions.
Now it says don't drink the contents of the battery.
Well, you should put your pinky in the air when draining the battery and drinking it, right?
It's true though. Back in the day, they told you stuff you shouldn't do because not ideal. It's working pretty good.
Okay, that was real good there. We might keep going. It's got some residual nasty looking brake fluid coming out.
It's
We might just keep going until it's kind of clear.
residual, nasty looking brake fluid. Let me
That's a
put that-
technical term that a lot of people,
Suzuki.
I don't want to go over everybody's head.
I hadn't seen that in those manuals.
Oh, and you did put regular Suzuki .3 brake fluid, only Suzuki brand. Yeah.
I think it was on the bargain aisle at Walmart.
I'm going to break this to you. I hope it doesn't hurt your feelings here, but when I rebuilt this engine, you got to glue the two case halves together like this,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to use Suzuki Super Bond 1000 or something to
Yeah.
glue them together.
Did you use 900? What was the
Brace-
Suzuki brand?
Brace yourself. I used Honda Bond
Oh no, if Suzuki ever finds out.
because I had it.
The dog, when he heard that, came back.
He's like, you
He-
didn't.
He said,
He
I
can't
got to
believe
correct
it.
him. The dog was even upset with that.
You had me that one time we were putting out bearings, I think, on the 200 Honda. And you're like, now we need Honda Tool 7804. It's like, well, you have Honda Tool 784? No. Here's this big rod. We're just going to nail the bearings down.
We're going to knock it from the other side. This is the revised version of the Honda Tool.
Honda Tool 30. Whatever.
Yeah.
That was the same one. That's what got me.
And it's only made for their product. It doesn't work on any other thing. Even watch repair, it won't work.
Okay. I got a bunch of air out that time. The thing is you wouldn't think there could be that much air. It's only like,
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's this hole where the other stuff's running in.
maybe.
We filled it up 8. I didn't know I need 3 of these. I can't believe it's taking all this. Sorry about your driveway, Pop.
It's teenagers. We barely had enough gas to go anywhere, and the gas was 19 cents a gallon. We'd go to the gas station and hold up the hose as high as we could,
Drain what's
drain what
left
was
in
in the hose. Of course, the gas station owner knew all us, so he didn't care, but he put up with us teenagers.
Anything?
Yeah, it's getting better.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just trying to pull it where I don't spoil it all.
Yeah. Well, and I think if I remember right, some of these motorcycle you got to have the lid on that to get a full because
Oh, okay.
it kind of
Vacuum.
sucks it.
Because
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I think we're clear. I think the lines are good. So I think
All right,
if we,
put the lid on it, and then you may have a point because that made me.
yeah,
I know.
I'll tell you
but
what
you're-
we might do is fill it up, put the lid on it, and we'll just do one quick bleed. Make sure we got them all.
I said he's got a point. That's just, but his hat covers
It
it, so we
does.
don't worry about it. Pointed head, folks. He didn't laugh,
I
but
think
he looked my
phones
way bad.
accidentally get in there.
All right, that'll work.
It's best just to pour it on your shirt first.
I usually smear the grease on my shirt to start, and it just saves time. When my wife would wash my clothes, how did you get so much grease? I said it was easy.
Hey, improv.
Other people had trouble. I had no trouble
I
at
can-
all.
I'm talented.
Yeah, I mean, I bragged about how good I was at doing it. And just think of it, the driveway was less greasy also, because you soaked it up in the shirt.
Exactly.
wearing. And if that didn't hurt, your hair, you got enough in
It's
it.
right here.
Let's say, why didn't you use a rag? Well, I did now. Well, that is
It
now.
is now. It's a rag.
It's my work shirt now.
Well, why did you use your best clothes when you fixed it? Well, it broke when my best clothes were on.
Yeah.
We were in
It
the
didn't
car.
break when my worst
Yeah.
clothes
When
were
I was
on.
wearing my work clothes,
It
it was
broke
fine.
when my work clothes, nicest clothes, were on. Everybody knows
Oh.
that's the rule. Okay, are we getting any more air?
A little bit.
I'm feeling more in the handle.
All right, let's do the other side.
We can just turn it now.
Mhm.
How when your puppy was it?
I don't know. Must
No.
have been. No, no, my puppy is right here, standing not too far.
Okay, one more probably on this
The
side.
dog is
Does
a
it feel like it
non-runaway
stopped?
too
I mean-
far dog.
I'm feeling it now.
Oh. Okay, let's see what you got.
You know, if we leave the tires flat like that, it won't
Hold it.
need brakes.
Hold it and let's see if we got. Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's.
yeah, we're good, man. That'll keep you from running in the wall.
I like your thinking though.
Yeah.
Everybody's real excited to get the motor running.
Yeah.
All right.